temperature dey rise. If you leave me a good time, I swear. You are like the oxygen I need to survive. I'll be honest. Loving the thought me, I am so obsessed. I want to chop your mouth. Never did it back at this feel. But now make us feel. I'm alone wanting to make me bad man sing. I could spend for your head. Talk all the ones I don't care what they say, cause your matter. Now you my body carry for my head every night. Now you I want to carry to my bed. Oh, no, no. Don't tell me no, no, no. You can be my partner, never riding solo, no. And we got no. Are you where they got my fancy? When they do me, I get bandy. Oh, no, 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 no. All of the blessings fall on my yard. Blessings stay for my yard. And like a that, he go be, he go see, he go feel. Because the blessings fall on my yard. Blessings fall on my yard. That's why I say my alcohol. I don't want to reason bad things no more. I don't want to go back to where I did before. Make nobody stress me, not disturb me, cha. I sip my alcohol. I don't want to reason bad things no more. I don't want to go back to where I did before. Make nobody stress me, not disturb me, cha. Too many problems. I feel to run away, but I will go solve them. Too many bad men and not enough friends. Love save me, don't wanna lose my conscience. I just wanna dance under the sunset. Make nobody stop my enjoyment. Oh. No. That's why I sip my alcohol. I don't wanna reason bad things no more. I don't wanna go back to where I did before. Make nobody stress me, not disturb me, cha. I sip my alcohol. I don't wanna reason bad things no more. I don't wanna go back to where I did before. Make nobody stress me, not disturb me, cha.
Hello guys, hello. Just drop a 1 in the chat box if you can hear me. Amazing. So what I'm going to get you guys to do is screenshot that you are on this call, send it into the chat box. Let's get way more people on this call. We're going to get started in a few minutes. Let's max out this call. Send in your screenshots and we're going to get started in a few minutes.
Right, cool guys. Can everyone hear me? Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me and you guys can see me. If I'm loud, you guys can see me right now. Wonderful. Cool guys. So I firstly want to apologize. Right, we should have been back a long time ago. We're actually just coming back from the airport. We had a slight delay on our flight, so we're gonna have to do the call. The show must go on. All right, we're gonna do the call from the car today. Which you can still get things done because this can be done from our phone. We travel the world and make money from our phone, so everyone should, right? It might be my connection, guys. All right, so bear with. It might be my connection. I'm lagging. I'm good. I'm good. All right, cool. Right, cool. Right. Firstly, I just want to welcome all brand new people into the team. We had over 60 people join the business within the last week, guys. So if you can just drop 2 in the chat if you're brand new. And I firstly just want to welcome you into the family. So Elvira, welcome, welcome. Amy, Tida, I hope I pronounced that right. DT, guys as well. If you can just change, this is probably the first time a lot of you are using Zoom. So if you could just change your name to your actual name, it will be much helpful for a lot of people. Keon, welcome. Shanae, Isabella, Chris, Dragutin, I hope I pronounced that right. Jaden, Artru Singh, Noreen, Allison, Zoom user, if you can change your name, bro, that'd be fantastic. Aki, Kiana, Multipoof, okay, Ilias, Afonso, Sid, Monique, Larry, Jamie, welcome, 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 welcome. Too many of you. Too many of you. I'm going to be here for half an hour. All right. But welcome, everyone. Please put this in your calendar. Every single Tuesday, we do a basics call where we run down how you guys can get the ball rolling when it comes to making money. Last Tuesday, for those that maybe have been in for a week or longer, we had a free trial running at the same time as our basics. So most of the team plugged into the basics, but now obviously these calls will be happening every single Tuesday at 8 p.m. GMT. All right, guys. So I want to get straight into it. Those who don't know who I am, my name is Joshua Bonds. I've been in entrepreneurship now for the last 5 years. I'm a fully funded trader. Obviously, I am now leading the organization of over nearly 300 people at this point in time. So I'm a director within the organization. You guys eventually will know what that means when it comes to the affiliate side of things. All right, but let's get straight into it. I'm going to share my screen. And any questions, please write them down just so I can fly through it. As well, note takers are money makers, but it's a great saying, but it only applies if you apply what you've just taken down. Okay, so if you are brand new, please just don't sit here. This is not a Netflix entertainment series. This is education where you want to sit, you want to take notes, because as soon as you get off, you're going to forget it. And as you can always refer back to your notes. Okay, so please take notes, guys. And at the end, we can do a Q&A. But for now, let me just get straight into the whole information. Okay. Cool. So is this recorded? It is recorded. It is recorded. Okay. Right. So let me turn this sideways. It might be a bit easier. There we go. I cannot see the chat, but it should be okay. Right, wonderful, cool. So beginners basics, all right. So welcome. Please take notes as I just said, so you can digest the information properly. What I want you to do as well, guys, is I want you to reach out to someone else, any of the admins, ideally. Some people don't feel comfortable by you just message them because you're in the same group chat, but any of the admins, they are all leaders that are willing to help and have the answers. And I'm saying that because when I joined 5 years ago, guys, the person that actually enrolled me into the business left after a month. But what I did unintentionally or smartly, however you want to call it, is I actually reached out to other people and I got into certain group chats. So if you're not in any group chats as well, please make sure you are in the correct group chats, because communication is very, very key. As I mentioned, we have a huge team, so it's very, very hard for me to communicate the same information, hence why we have obviously one main group chat, or let's just say the whole community. All right. What I would suggest you doing as well is reach out to your enroller weekly. We are here to coach you, we are here to mentor you, but when it comes to mentorship, guys, you have to be the mentee first. Okay. For you to have a mentor, you have to be a mentee. So everybody wants mentorship. We ask yourself the question, are you a mentee? Now, what a mentee does is they ask questions if they've gone searching for information and they genuinely have tried and they're not just being lazy and they can't find the information. Then, of course, you can ask your mentor. What I tell people that I'm working with directly is, look, I want you to use your initiative because your success here is strictly dependent on yourself. And also the reason why you may fail here is because yourself. So if you've got over 80,000 people that are winning, right, and you come into this organization and you feel like, you know what, this doesn't work. Guys, it does work. It's just maybe you wasn't doing the right things, okay? So I tell people, look, reach out to me every other week or every other day, however you feel is necessary. Keep me updated on your success. Hey, I've just gone live. Hey, I've just gone on my demo account. And that's why we have the results group chat as well. So I do hope you guys are in the results group chat, because we send in certain things so you can keep an eye on, obviously, someone making money live or on their demo or whatever it may be. Okay. We also have an office. I know we are international as a business. All right. We've just come from Ireland. We had a great few days in Ireland. I'm back for a day, and then we're in Sweden on Thursday. Drop a one if you're from Sweden on the call. Let's just see who's actually from Sweden on this call. As of now, I'm sure there's many of you. I'm acting like I can see the chat. Right, I'm sure you guys are on here anyway. So we will be in Sweden on Thursday, but we do have a main office in Hammersmith, West London. Okay. So I always tell people, look, yes, this is an online business. Yes, you can sit in your bed, and yes, you can sit at home and make money. But ideally, you want to be able to meet people in person, because I can't transfer my energy as much in person as I can, let's just say, on Zoom. You guys can't really transfer. I can't transfer my energy to you. So when you are around people that, let's just say, are in a position that you want to be, it's simply because of energy and vibration, which is a whole nother conversation, but you're more than welcome to come down to the office. Okay. Next, Sammy, can you just send the link to my other phone, this one, please, so I can jump on it and just see the chat. Next, guys, you should have been sent a welcome message from your enroller. Okay, so whoever enrolled you into the business, they should have sent you a welcome message straight away. Okay, this is a step-by-step message where you have to go through it. I suggest, if you do want to take this seriously, is you need to go through it within your first 24 to 48 hours max. All right, that's not asking a lot, because the information and to get it done is probably an hour, 2 hours worth maximum. So we're giving you way more hours than you need, but the information needs to get done. And our job, I want you guys to imagine it as we are your PT to making money. So imagine if you went to the gym and your PT told you, look, I want you to eat certain foods. I want you to go to certain places in the gym, and you decide to do your own thing. All right. You're not going to get the right results. Does that make sense? So if we say, look, for first 24, 48 hours, do it, get it done. All right. The first few apps you may have downloaded, one is called Stinu. This is just a risk management calculator. The second app is MetaTrader 5. Okay, so this is where we actually execute trades, which I'll show you guys in a very, very shortly. Apps other than that, okay, you want to go through the onboarding videos, all right, on the Mighty app. Okay, now Mighty isn't an organization. It was so for those, just to educate you guys, the company that we are all paying the same education for is called GFU, right? But GFU, within GFU, you can create an umbrella or a franchise within it. Now, within GFU, we have a franchise and an organization called Mastermind. So a lot of you should have heard of Premium Bells. If you don't know who that is, you need to find out who he is, right? Check him out on Instagram. He's my mentor. He currently makes 100K a month within his business, and he decided to create the Mighty app so it can be easier for people to onboard. Okay. Our organization right now is called House of Riches. Okay. So as your organization grows, then obviously you plug into Mighty app. All right. So you want to go through the customer guide section within the Mighty app, and you should be good to go. This is actually an old, let me try and find the latest one. Sorry guys, let me try and find the latest one. Get rid of that. Let me get rid of the, it should be Milano. There we go. Okay, this one should be the updated one, guys. Cool. Right, so there we go. Right, so as you guys can see, the trading apps as well. You want to download GFU Connect. Okay, so this is the trading platform from GFU. All right, that will allow you to receive trades, updates, educators, etc., etc. So anyone that wants to receive trades, this is where you can get it from GFU Connect app. We obviously have just created a WhatsApp chat so it can be easier for you guys to receive information, but you want to get directly from the source. So the source is GFU Connect, but we just make it easier for you guys by sending it into WhatsApp. Okay. Next, like I said, you want to download the Mighty app, which is a customer guide. You then want to download GFU Connect app as well, which I just mentioned. We also have a travel app as well, guys. I actually quite use this quite often. So you can get discounts on certain hotels, you can get discounts on flights, but it's very, very helpful for those that do like to travel. Okay. If I'm going at the right pace and you guys are still with me, just drop a 1 in the chat, guys. Currently at 95 people as well, which is fantastic. So well done, leaders that have sent it out. But if you guys are still with me, just drop a 111 into the chat box and we can move forward. Fantastic. Cool. Something as well very, very helpful is you can actually add Gifu as an app. Okay, so when you go onto Safari, all right, and you click add to home screen, okay, you click the bookmark section, you can add it to your home screen as an app, which again I will show you very, very shortly. Okay, cool. So these are people that I would recommend you subscribing to on the Gifu app. All right, Manny Quinones, I've actually been studying him and working. It's funny how things work. I was in you guys' position right now, where I was a brand new customer, and Manny Quinones was on the other side of the Zoom. At the time, he was making around 70, 80K a month. And I'm actually now in close proximity working with him. So he teaches Smart Monix scanner. All right, so subscribe to him. Jay Bonham, I was also able to meet him in Munich. We had a company convention not too long ago. Absolutely incredible, very, very wealthy individual. Kevin Serrano, he does swing trading. He also was one of my first mentors that I used to study when it comes to trading. Anastasia, I'm not subscribed to her, just to be transparent, but you can if you want. John Oliver, he teaches the sniper scanner. All right, if you want to learn how to use the sniper scanner. I would also recommend Tyler Collins. He does Kill Shot and Smart Money Concept. So a lot of people on this call, you may think you want to learn how to trade, guys, but if I showed you what it takes and if I show you how long, you probably don't have the time or the patience. The reason why I love our system is because you don't need a lot of time, but you just want to make money. Okay, it's very, very silly for you to say I don't want to learn. No one's going to say I don't want to learn. But when it comes to the actual, like, the numbers, most people don't put in the time and you can just copy and paste. All right. So this is where now the two bottom ones are probably your most important people that you want to subscribe to. So we have Tony and Nico. They're two brothers, very, very successful traders. They have trade ideas. So they just send out trades for you to copy and paste. And also Eric Lucas, he does the same thing. So this is very, very time efficient. It takes less than a minute for you to copy and paste trades. You just need to know what you're copy and pasting, which again, I will show you guys. All right. So before I get into that, let me just go through this and then what's the next bit? Yeah, I can go through this, okay? Cool, guys. I need you to screenshot this, please. Screenshot this if you're on your phone. Take notes if you are taking notes. This is probably the most important slide and the most important thing I've said as of now, right? Trading is a long, long-term game, guys, number one. Number two, it's a game where you want to be able to be in it long-term instead of trying to get rich by Saturday. I'm going to say that again. Trading is a skill set that it will allow you to become wealthy long term. But if you don't understand risk management, you're not going to be here long. Okay. Now, all risk management means is that every time you enter a trade, you are happy and the loss has been calculated, which means if you have £100 account, for example, okay, and I say to you, you want to risk £5 for this trade, which is 5%, which percentage wise is actually a lot. But let's just say £5 you want to risk. If your trade doesn't go your way, guys, you should feel no way. You should feel no type of way by it hitting your stop loss. Okay. And if you do, then you need to reduce your risk to maybe 4 or 3 or 2 or 1%. Okay. Now, what I would recommend doing is you want to risk anywhere from 3 to 4% daily. Okay. So you have to work out your account balance, which I'll show you guys. It's up to you how many trades you'll take. This is, like I said, it's very, very dependent on the individual. Some people come in and say, oh, how much can I make? And it's like, well, do you have savings? No. Okay, so you're in a whole different boat. People come in and I say, okay, do you have an income? You don't have an income. Okay, you're in a whole different scenario. You come in and you have a great income and you have savings, you're in a whole other scenario. So it's very, very dependent on the scenario, but as the same principles apply. Okay. When it comes to what lot sizes to use, which I'll show you guys, every £100 you have in your account, you want to use 0.01, 0.02 for 200, etc., 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 as you guys can see. Now, the trick to risk management, if you guys can see in red, this is the only industry I'm aware of where you can lose more trades and you can still be profitable. For example, let's just say you have a certain amount in your account, okay? And every trade that comes to your phone, you want to risk £10. Now, I'm talking dollar amount just for the example, but ideally, guys, you want to be using percentage amount, percentage, okay? Because we're now investors. So a lot of us have come from an employee background where I used to work for £12 an hour. That doesn't make any sense, okay? But people work hourly wages, we work monthly wages. That doesn't make sense. When you buy a property, people don't buy a property to say, I want to make 100K. They buy a property to say, I want a return of investment. I want a certain percentage of a return of investment. As an investor, you need to focus on your percentage gain and not your dollar amount. But for this example, I'm just going to show you dollar amount. So every trade we take, we're going to risk £10. Let's just say we take 7 trades in a row, right? We take 7 trades. 7 trades are sent out through the GFU app. 7 trades are sent into the WhatsApp chat, and you lose all 7. Let me know, honestly, how you guys would feel if you've just joined and you've lost all 7 trades. Let me know in the chat box how you guys would feel. How would you be feeling? You've just come in, you're here to make money, and you've just lost 7 trades in a row. You're now down £70 because you've risked £10 per trade, right? Annoyed, failure, okay, vex, right? I would think it's a scam. Sugar honey iced tea, right? Okay, cool, right, fantastic. What you guys have never heard of and what you don't know is risk management. So you are down now £70, all right? Now, when it comes to our trades that we send out, this might be on the scanner, this might be on, let's just say from copy and pasting. If it's not for free, right, it's not for me, which means me personally, I only want to take a trade where I can at least make 3 times what I'm investing. Okay, so if I risk £10, I want to be at least making £30 for this to make sense. So those next 3 trades that we take, we hit a 1 to 3 risk to reward, which means we're risking £10, but we make £30 each time. We do that 3 times in a row, guys. You've made £90. You are now profitable, even though you lost more than you've won. Now that's a crap scenario. That's a 30% win rate. Here in GFU with our educators, we have a 70 to 80% win rate, which means we win more than we lose anyway. So if you are not making money, guys, what does that mean? If you're copy and pasting, not taking your own trades, that does not count. But if you're copy and pasting and all of our educators have an audit, okay, of every 3 months, they have to have a 70 to 80% win rate on their trading account. If you are not profitable by copy and pasting, can anyone tell me in the chat what that means? Anyone? Thank you. Right? You're not following the rules or the plan. You're doing your own thing. You're not doing risk management. You're not understanding risk management because you should not be profitable. Like it doesn't make sense if you're not. All right. Cool. Any questions on risk management, guys, before I move on? Because this is so important. All right. This is something that I had to learn. No one taught me this. I had to learn by losing 20 grand. 20 grand later, I now realize, okay, I actually need to focus on risk management. You guys don't need to lose 20 grand. You just need to listen. Okay. Does anyone have any questions? Drop a 1 if we're good. Or if you have any questions on this, then we can dive into it. All right. But if risk management makes sense, drop a 1 into the chat box, please. Yeah, Dre. Yeah. Something that I was taught for those that have never made 5 figures. All right. So you've never made 10K plus. I'm pretty confident that you probably haven't had a lesson. We don't lose around here. We take lessons. You probably haven't had a 4-figure lesson. Okay. If you haven't made 6 figures, I'm pretty confident you haven't had a 5-figure lesson. So now we're on a 7-figure run. I'm probably going to have either 6-figure in lessons or 6-figure in investments. Does that make sense? So you've got to lose 3 to make 4. You've got to lose 4 to make 5, 5 to lose 6, else you're not going to be successful. I don't know why. And I say poor people, I'm not calling anyone poor because I had a poor mindset. This is how they keep us poor, guys, because we don't understand how things work. People message me on the internet saying, can I get started for free? How can you expect to make money and become wealthy for free? It's insane. All right, cool. Let's move on. So how to use MetaTrader 5. I'm going to show you guys now how you guys would be using your MetaTrader 5. Okay, cool. So you should all be on Quo Markets. All right, you can download this app as well. All right, so download Quo Markets. Also download TradingView. All right, this is where you can kind of draw out certain things. But Quo Markets, you can get set up. That's all part of the Mighty app as well. I'm not going to go into the detail. I'm just going to show you guys how you'd be copy and pasting with MetaTrader. Okay, so when you come onto it, you see all of this. What I want you guys to do is I want you to delete every single one of these. Okay, because if you want to trade them, you can. But like I said, most of you guys are not here to learn. You're here to make money. And how we make money is through BTC. All right, so you type in BTC USD, you click the green button. We also trade XAU USD. All right, so I've already got it in my quote section. And we also trade DJ30. Okay, so you type in DJ and you click the green button, and it now is on your quote section as free quotes that we trade with. Now, if an educator sends out a different trade, for example, I used to trade GBP JPY, you click the green button and it is now on your quote section. Write this down as well, guys. If you have joined within your first or second week, you should be on a demo account. Depending on how quickly you move, you should be on a demo for 1 week. If you're confident, and I mean, you're not going to be confident learning how to trade, guys. You're not going to be confident making money. You just need to be confident knowing what every single button means. Okay, you want to click every single button. You want to play as many with this as possible, because when you're live, you can't afford to. So your demo account isn't to flip it to 1 million. I've had people come in and they start with 1,000 and flip it to 100K and say, oh my days, look at this. Respectfully, guys, it's a whole new experience when you go live. And I compare this to driving. Okay, you can do your theory test until your eyes go square, but when you go live and you're behind the wheel of a car, it's a whole new experience. It's the exact same when you're live. So your first week, you'll be on your demo, take every single trade, take every single scenario. Second week, again, absolutely obliterate your demo account. If you want to leverage and over leverage and you want to do as many stupid things as possible, then do it, because you can't do it when you're live. Okay, so if you want to click see it and how it feels by doing a 1 lot, click 1. All right, because it's a demo account. If you can't have or reduce your feelings with this, you're going to struggle. All right, cool. So your third week, you want to look to deposit money. You want to deposit live funds into your trading account. I recommend anywhere from 250 to 500 is a perfect amount, but whatever you're comfortable doing, that is up to you. Okay, never invest anything that you're not willing to lose, guys. As in, if you're putting in your last £100 and that £100 doesn't go your way, are you going to pull your hair out, or are you going to be okay? Okay, so let's go on to WhatsApp and let's just see. Let's just go on to GFU and let's just see if there has been. I don't think there's been any trades today, which is cool, because when it comes to investing and trading, it's quality over quantity, for anyone that didn't know that. All right, I don't think there's been any trades today. Sorry. What? Okay, let's just see. Okay, cool. So here, Mario 90, huh? This. Mario 96 FX is a trader. How I access this as well, guys, you can, so if you don't receive trades as a notification, if you come to the chat bubble at the bottom on your GFU Live app, all of these are channels where our educators send in trades. So premium FX ideas, we had this trade sent in today, okay, where it says new parameters GBP USD. So I've seen this, all right, at similar times. So they sent this out at 2:09. Right, as you guys can see, 2:09, this was sent out. Let me just screenshot this because it's bugging, right? 2:09, this was sent out, right? 2:09, this was sent out. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to go to my trade account, and I'm now going to USD. I'm going to add it to my quotes, all right? I'm now going to click it, and I'm going to click trade, okay? Now, not every trade will do this, but you just have to read. This is an adult's game of Simon Says. So it says entry, it gives you coordinates, and then it says sell limit in brackets. And what you need to do is you need to come back to your MetaTrader account and you want to click market execution. Okay. Now it says buy limit, buy stop, sell stop. If you want to know what that means, go on YouTube, go on the internet. It's It's basics, okay? Sell limit, right? Price, entry. Okay, so you're going to copy and paste 133,868, 1.33868. I'm now going to copy and paste my stop loss. Now my stop loss, guys, is what protects my account, which means that if it comes to my stop loss, it's invalid. The trade is not going the right way. So an alternative is invalidation. Invalidation means stop loss. Please write that down. Some people got confused. Invalidation means stop loss, which means it's invalid. The trades, it's taking you out the money. The trade, you've lost money. Okay. So for this example, it's 1.34124. 34. What did I say? 34124. 4124. And now it gives me 3 exits. Now again, exits equal take profit. So exit just means it's going to take you out the trade, but in profit. Okay. So what I would recommend doing for those that are brand new is I just need you to get familiar with using it. All right. So for this example, it's 1.33609. 1.33609. Okay. Now every exit, so exit 1, I would say is around a 90% chance of it happening. Exit 2 is maybe a 50% chance of it happening. And exit 3 is maybe a 25% chance of it happening. Of course, it's more money that you can make, but you can't, obviously, it's less chance of it happening. So would you rather be more confident or being greedy, ultimately? Until you know what it is you're doing. Yesterday, we jumped on a session and I called out a trade. I was confident because I know what it is. If you're not confident and you have no explanation as to why you're holding until exit 2 or exit 3, the only alternative is you're being bloody greedy. Okay, cool. So what lot size, guys, am I going to use considering I have £500 in my account? Can anyone tell me in the chat? I have £500 in my account. What lot size am I using? Okay, 0.05, guys. Okay, if I have £1,000 in my account, what lot size am I using? Correct, 0.1. And if I have 10,000 in my account, what am I using? What lot size am I using? 1. Okay, cool. So for this example, I'm going to use 0.05. And all you're going to do, guys, is click place. Okay, so I've just placed this trade. Now you guys can see at the bottom, it says orders, which means I'm not yet in this trade. So if you click it, you click chart, you can now actually see where your coordinates are. So at the top left, guys, you have different, it says M1, M5, M15, and M30. Each of these are time frames. Okay, so each candle, after every minute, one candle will open. If I go to the 5-minute, every candle, so it's now 8:34. So in 1 minute, a new candle will open. Okay, so we're just gonna wait to see it happening. But after, all right, so look, it's now 35, a new candle has just opened. So each of these are candles that are gonna open at the next point. So the higher the time frame, the bigger you can see. Imagine this like Google Maps. You want to see what on earth is going on. Okay. On the right hand side, you can drag it up and down. You can see what on earth is going on. So this is what the educator wants to happen. And you guys can actually take this trade because I don't think it's actually, no, I think it has actually. Forget what I'm saying. Ignore me. Ignore me. It's already happened. Ignore this. All right. So this happened earlier, but when you click sell limit, it now shows you what potentially could happen. So if price kept on going up, guys, and it hits my stop loss, I'm going to lose £9.54. If it goes to take profit 1, I'm going to win £9.69. So that's a risk to reward of a 1-to-1, which you can take it. Like, that's not bad. If you risk £10, you're willing to make £10. If I now use TP2, all right, so 1.33095, you can either drag it as well, 1.33, it's a bit long, so you can just copy and paste it. So let's do 1.33095. So take 1.33095, you click modify, you've now just changed it. Okay, click chart, I can now see a bigger perspective. So now this is basically a risk to reward of 1-to-2. So I'm still risking £9.54. Guys, never move your stop loss. Your take profit you can move, which I'll go into, right? But you never move your stop loss. Okay, Oh, it's actually a lot further. Okay, so this is now a 1 to, what's that, 9, 18. Okay, so that's like a 1 to 3 risk to reward. All right. Um, cool. But for now, I need you guys to just use exit 1. Right? Someone took this trade. Okay, cool. So you should have made money. Now, when you do go live, guys, I'm not going to go through this now, but when you do go live, reach out to your upline and they will show you a trading plan. It's a 5-minute. I think we have a video as well that we can send out. We'll show you how to create a trading plan because you can't just trade to trade. No way. You can't just trade to trade, all right? Because you don't know when to stop. You don't know. You may as well go to Ladbrokes. Okay, anyone don't know what Ladbrokes is? It's a betting shop. If you don't know what you're working towards, you don't know when to stop and you're now gambling. Okay, cool. So for this example, it actually activated, all right, and it went down 15 pips and it hit exit 1. So you would have made money. Okay, guys, marshals. So gold is absolutely. So for this example, I am now up £159. Okay. So if you want to secure some profits, guys, what you can do is you want to click buy, click close position. Okay. Now at the moment, I used a 1 lot on this trade. If I want to secure half the profit, so right now it's at around £100, I can actually half my lot size. Is it lagging? I'm not even on it. It's just lagging. Okay, bear with me, guys. You guys should now see my screen. Okay. So now I want you guys to half. I can actually half my lot size. So I used a 1 lot. I'm going to half it and use 0.5. And all I need to do is just select, let's just say the stop loss. And you guys can see how now the bottom bit has changed. So I'll do that again. All right. So I'll leave it as 1. I'll click the stop loss area just to kind of clear it. And you guys can see I'm currently up £136. If I want to half that so I'm not being greedy because the dripping tap fills a bucket, I want to go on 0.5. I want to click stop loss just to clear it. And you guys can now see I can close £52. I've just closed half of my profit and I now left the other half run. Now, a lot of you may not have a big enough account to be able to do that, but it's also, it doesn't matter on your account size, it's your percentage gain. So if you have £100 account and you're up £5, you've just made 5% on your account. I sent a picture into the chat, guys, how the problem isn't £5, the problem is your £100 account. Okay. Any questions? Drop a 1 if we're good. You guys making sense so far? And if you have any questions, just let me know. I don't got any questions. If not, just drop a 1 in the chat. Okay, so those that are brand new, what I need you to do, and I just want to show you guys the systems. We have 3 systems that we use at the moment. Okay, right? So 3 systems that we use to make money here. There's so many other ways, but this is the most proven. This has the best proven track record to get people paid. So the first system we use is copy trading, copy and paste trading. I've just showed you guys how to do that. Okay, all you need to do is manage your risk, know what coordinates you're putting in, and go about your day. Make a sandwich. That's what we say. When you put in a trade, and from the educators, go make a sandwich. A lot of you probably won't. You'll probably look at your screen until your eyes turn purple. But I'm just advising you, our traders, our educators have a success rate where you just need to trust them. Put in your coordinates, go about your day. So when people come to me and say, I don't have time to trade, it's just a poor excuse. All right. Number 2 is we have the AI scanners. I went through this yesterday. Every Thursday at 8 p.m., we have a call going through how to use the scanners. Besides that, you can plug into any of the Jay Bonham previous sessions on the education platform. Any of the educators have pre-recorded videos, cut a long story short. All right, so the resources are all available, guys. You just need to become resourceful. And the third option is our live education. So last week, Jay Bonham, he's probably one of the best guys we use. He goes live from to Monday to Friday at 5 p.m. GMT in the UK. And he obviously sends out trades sometimes on his session. Okay, guys. Any other educators you can plug into the live session? I'm telling you now, when I first started, guys, and I had so many educators and I had the time on my hands, some people don't, some people do. I was just being what's the word? I was being curious. I was finding out, okay, what does this educator do? Do I like this educator? I don't like how Jay Bonham speaks. You kind of got to find what system works for you. Some people have kids, all right? So we've got Nathan in our team, right, who's been able to do this full time in under a year, right? He's got 6 kids, so he don't have a lot of time. So for him, his best way of making money is scalping. But for me, scalping doesn't work for my persona. It doesn't mean he's right, I'm wrong, he's better, I'm worse. I've just managed to find out what works for me and what works for you. Okay, so we do have scalping sessions as well, but it may work for some people, it may not work for some people. It doesn't mean it doesn't work. You just need to find what works for you. Okay, guys. Cool. So let's go back to this. Oops. Okay. So I've just shown you guys how to enter and use MetaTrader 5. These are obviously currencies that you can look towards as well if you want to trade. These are what they mean on your Quo Markets account. Take a screenshot if you haven't already. 3, 2, 1. All right. Obviously, Quo Markets. The reason why we use Quo Markets, you can use your own broker if you want, but again, we are PTs helping you make money. So we have the best resources and information. It's got lower spreads. The withdrawals are instant. There was a bonus. It's slightly run out. It's run out at the moment, unfortunately. Um, as soon as you go live, please screenshot this again, guys. As soon as you go live, we want you to have a 90-day trading plan. You're not going to get rich in 90 days, but at least you have a plan. All right. With anything, it takes 21 days to create a habit and 90 days for a lifestyle change. We are currently in a 90-day run at the moment when it comes to the business model. Okay, so there's many ways you make money here. A lot of us take advantage of the business model. We're currently in at around day 29 of the 90-day run, which means by the end of the 90-day, we would have created so much momentum that the business will just literally 10x, guys. So the goal for the end of the year is to have 2,000 of us. At the moment, we're around 300. Okay, so there's a lot of work to be done, but it's going to get done either way. Okay, but regarding this, when you do go live, there's a website called compounddaily.org. It shows you how you can grow your account very slowly. And you just have to look at it from a perspective, guys, that your £100, £500 would sit in your bank account doing niche. Okay. Whereas you can put your £500 in an account and you can maybe grow it over the next 90 days. You're not going to get rich off trading in 90 days, guys. Okay. There's a the probability of you guys doing that is very small. But you're growing your money, okay, which is the main thing. Create a routine, find one or two educators. That's absolutely fine. Take a screenshot of this as well, guys. Cool. I just want to finish up on this, and this is probably again, alongside risk management, the most important thing when it comes to investing or making money generally. The difference from someone that makes 100K a month, guys, and the difference from someone that makes 10K a month, and the difference from someone that makes 1K a month, and the difference from someone that makes no money is the way that they think. It's not that this person had a handout. It's not that this person got lucky. It's not this person had rich parents. It's simply the fact that they think different. And as I mentioned at the start, guys, your level of success will strongly be determined by your level of personal development. So if you've joined this business and you're in here 3 months or 6 months or a year and you haven't personally changed, you probably also haven't made money. Okay. And that's why I love this industry, because you are fully in control of your income. When I was at Tesco, no matter how much work I did, it still didn't allow me to make more money. I could be a skilled delivery guy. I used to drive the van. I'm a driver, right? So I used to drive the van perfectly, etc. I didn't make any more money for that. Whereas when it comes to this, if you decide to become better when it comes to it in an individual or your mindset, your environment, it also attaches to making more money. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to just advise you guys on some books. Before this industry, guys, I'd never read a book in my life, believe it or not. I'd never completed reading a book. But I came into this industry and I was around people that was making 10K a month, and that's what I wanted. But what those people were doing is they was reading a book. So how dare I be so naive and have the audacity to have what they want, but not do what they do? Really got to be naive to want what someone has in their pockets, but you don't know what they're currently doing. So these are just a few books I'd recommend. Some of you guys thinking, I've joined to make money, I've joined to make copy and pasting. This is where the money's at. It's in your mental. Okay. So the first book is Rich Dad Poor Dad. Okay. It teaches you about money. Most of us probably do have poor dads. If we had rich dads, we wouldn't be on this call. All right. So we all have poor dads, right? The second one is emotional intelligence, right? Your IQ you can't improve. I'm not the smartest academically. I didn't do so well in school, but I have a very, very good EQ, which you can actually increase. All right. So when it comes to you guys losing money, if you're emotionally intelligent, you're not gonna quit. You're not gonna cry. You're not gonna get annoyed. Right. When I hit stop loss, guys, it's the same. I couldn't care. Honestly, I genuinely could not care. Okay. The second one is developing a leader within you. So for those that want to become influential, you want to grow the business, etc. That's a great book. Think and Grow Rich. That's probably the most important book on here. Okay, it's not work hard and get rich. Else, if that was the case, guys, a lot of our older generations and our past lineage would have got rich. My grandmother used to work 3 jobs. Okay, she didn't get rich. Okay, it's think and grow rich. It's not work overtime. It's not do any of this. It's think and grow rich. Okay. Next we have Trading in the Zone. This is a trading psychology book. So when I first started trading, I couldn't understand why I kept on losing. I didn't have what you guys have now, so you shouldn't even worry about that because you have great educators teaching you. But um, if you do want to understand how the charts work, it's a great book. Um, for example, with those 10 trades that I just mentioned, you don't know, and how the market works is you don't know when your losses will come within the 10. So you could have a perfect setup on all 10 trades that you take, but it just wasn't the right time for it to go your way. Okay, so yesterday we did a trade on live session. At first we was gonna take a trade, right? But it just wasn't the right time. Okay, the confirmations didn't out. So as long as you get an understanding about trading, then it helps. The bottom one is U squared. So if I said to you guys right now in the chat box, how long, and be honest, we don't judge, this is a safe space, right? How long do you think it will take you to make 10K a month? Just be honest. Put in the chat box, how long, there's 85 of us on this call. I please want as many of you to participate. How long do you think it will take you guys to be making 10K a month? Like you genuinely believe you're going to be making 10K a month by this amount, by this time. A year, 2 years, 6 months, a year. Keep them coming, keep them coming. 2 years, 18 months, a year, 0.5, 10, 3 months, 6 months, less than a year, 2 years. Yeah. So what U squared teaches you guys is you can actually compress what you thought would take long. Okay. This Joey guy, right? U squared's a great book. Okay. So if I give you guys 30 days to clean your room, right, you're gonna get it done in 30 days. If I give you an hour to get it done, you're gonna get it done in an hour. So if I told you guys you've got a million, you've got till the end of the year to make £1 million, or else, God forbid, your whole family may not be here. Every single one of you will do what you can to make the million. So if you give yourself 2 years to make 10K a month, it's going to take 2 years. This is where the 90-day compound effect comes into place, where in 90 days, I've seen people go from 0 a month to 10K, 15, 20K a month. Okay, but if you don't believe and you don't know how to compound your work, then it will take you 2 years to make 10K a month. All right, guys. Next, audios, very, very important with who you listen to. Some people join this business, and for me, for example, as soon as I joined the business, guys, I joined up first day, I went home. My whole family told me, you're an idiot, it's a scam, it's a pyramid scheme, you're gonna lose all your money. Now, if I'd had listened to them, I would still be at Tesco or even doing worse. Okay. But what I realized and what I was told probably at that event is that if someone does not have the results I want, I am not going to listen to you, regardless if you have my last name. I'm going to say that again because a lot of you don't need to hear that. Regardless if someone has your last name, it doesn't mean to listen to them for certain things. So if you guys want to make 10K a month and the person that's telling you to do something financially, okay, so I'm not trying to step on toes here when it comes to being disrespectful to your parents, etc. But if your parents are making 30K a year and you're trying to make 10K a month, unfortunately, mum, you're not qualified to financially give me advice. Okay, so be very, very careful with who you listen to. You may go and talk to your friends about you now trading, but yet your friend asked you for £100 last week, but they're calling this a scam. Doesn't make sense. Okay, so I had to eliminate, I had to separate to elevate, and I had to now be around people and listen to people that had the results I wanted. These few individuals are people that had the results I wanted. Okay, so Earl Nightingale, he was one of the wealthiest people back in the day. The Strangest Secret, this is an audio on Spotify. Please screenshot this, guys. Kevin Trudeau, he's created billions when it comes to sales, okay, in business. Jim Rohn, he actually made over 500 million within network marketing. And Justin Owens, he was one of my first mentors 5 years ago, making 100K a month. So these are all people that had what it is I wanted. You guys have all joined not to make friends. I'm not here to be you guys' friend. We can be friends later, but right now I'm here to make you guys money. Okay. Yeah, Claudia, just share with the right people. Okay, because what will happen, you guys may not believe that this works. You guys may not have made money yet. So what will happen is you're going to speak to someone that has a poor mindset, and they will now plant the seed of doubt. All right. You can't grow, you can't make money with doubt. Whereas if you come to the office and you're around people that are doing what it is they're doing, you now start to believe. Okay. So it's like, would you rather people around people that believe or around people that are doubters? Okay. Next, we have a YouTube channel. Please subscribe to it if you haven't. Most of these Zooms we do is uploaded on YouTube. So in your spare time, if you want to study or you want to catch up on videos, it is all uploaded. Lastly, as well, this is our timetable. Okay, so again, screenshot it. I need you guys to fit this around your schedule. I know you guys have a day-to-day life, but I need you to now add this into your current lifestyle. Okay, you have a full-time job, but I need you guys to make this your part-time job. Because what will happen is this part-time job, it's not a job, but you get my point, will eventually replace your full-time income. A lot of you, drop a 1 if you want to get out of your job this side of the year. Okay, if you want to get out of your job, you're not happy with your job, right? And you want to get out your job this side of the year, just drop a 1. Right? Every single one of you, you need to prioritize this schedule. You need to prioritize this information because I promise you, you can get out within the next 6 to 12 months. Yeah, Claudia, you're at work right now. Yeah. When I was doing this, guys, my manager could not tell me not to jump on a call. I'm trying to get out of this, bro. Like, what do you mean? Go in the toilet. I had so many toilet breaks. They have no idea. All right. Cool. So any questions? You guys have any questions? All right. Any questions whatsoever? But I think I've gone through enough information for you guys to get the ball rolling, for you to understand what it is we're doing. Any questions, guys? Any questions? All right. Now is the time. What's the time? We've got a few minutes before we jump on the next call. Tina, you mentioned an office. What are the benefits of coming in person? Come and find out for yourself. This is where coachability comes into it, Tina. I'm not going to tell you something that, number one, that doesn't benefit you, and number two, that I probably haven't done myself. Okay. So I'm not trying to convince you. I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm just telling you, if you want to be successful here and you want better results, you need to be in an environment of people that are actually doing it. Okay. Where is that? It's in Hammersmith. Okay, we have an office in Hammersmith. So for the trade you did, was that 0.1? No, I over leveraged on that trade. There was a demo, right? I was just showing you an example. Wow, she's flying. Oh my gosh, gold. Right? Yeah, she's been going up all day. Right, so wow, I'm gonna close this trade. It's a demo. You can leave it. Your demo account, you can do whatever it is you want. How important is it to be coachable? It's everything. If you're not coachable, what it means is that you think you know best. But respectfully, guys, if you knew best, you wouldn't be on this Zoom call. Okay. And what will happen is the more money you make, and for me, this was a learning point, it's not about how much I know. It's about how much I don't know. Every time you level up, you realize, damn, I actually don't know. I now say to myself, how dumb am I? I don't say to myself, how smart am I? Yes, I make good money, but it's not about how smart am I, it's how dumb am I? So if you decide to not listen to someone that has your results and you want to do it your way, that's why you're in your situation, because you've been doing it your way. And how's it going for you? How is it common? Is it common to feel confused or overwhelmed when you first introduce? Kiana, I thought I was learning Chinese when I first started. Like, we're humans. When we go into something we don't know, automatically our defense mechanism like rises. Okay. So the thing that kept me going was Zoom calls, environment, audios, because it's just a mindset thing. All right. Because if you tell yourself I'm confused, if you tell yourself I'm not going to get it, then unfortunately you're never going to get it. But what I did when I was going through the trading stuff is I was saying to myself, I eventually will get it. Like it eventually will make sense. Like these guys are not, some of you guys are more smarter than me on this call. So it's got nothing to do with intelligence. Like it's got nothing to do with that. So I used to say to myself, look, if this Josh guy can make 10 plus K a month and he's not the smartest, he don't he's got a criminal record, he used to work a 9 to 5, he's come from a poor background, why can't I do what he's done? Does that make sense? So I'm no more special than you. I just had a certain mindset and my self-talk was a lot better. Okay. So if you do more than 1 TP, you split your lot sizes, right? Correct. That's a great question. So for example, if for this example, we've got £500 in my account. If I wanted to use, okay, so for this sell limit on GBP USD, I used a 0.05. But if I wanted to use exit 1 and exit 2 and exit 3, I would have to split my 0.05. So I would now use 0.03 and put it at exit 1. I would do 0.01 and put it at exit 2. And then I'll do 0.01 and put it at exit 3. And I'm still within my risk management. Okay. So see how it had stop 1 and stop 2. How do you add the stops? Okay, so you'll have to do a whole separate trade. So for example, with this GBP USD trade, all right, if you wanted to split it, all right, so and I've got £500 in my account, so I'm going to come to GBP USD. Right, let's just delete this. I'm going to come to GBP USD. I'm going to use 0.03 and I'm going to put a sell limit. The price was 133.868. 133.868. My stop loss is 134.124. 134.124. And my take profit, we're going to use exit 1. Okay, so 33609. 33609. I'm going to click place. I now do a separate trade. I'm now going to use, oh, I check up. What did I do wrong here, guys? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me what I just did wrong here? Boom. 0.3. Now, if that's on your live account, you're finished. Kalas. Game over. Finito. Over leverage. Blown account. You're now crying. You now quit because of your mistake. All right. So 0.03. I now do sell limit. I now do the same coordinates. 133.868. 133.868. Stop loss. 34124. 34124. And my take profit is 33609. 33609. Okay. Cool. Sell limit. Right. I can delete the old one. I now do a separate trade. Okay. Sell limit again, but I now change it to 0.01. I do the exact same coordinates, guys. 1.33868. Stop loss the exact same. Stop loss never changes. 34124 or 124. But now I'm going to use exit 2. 1.33095. 33095. Okay. And I click place. And now I'll do my third trade. Sell limit, same coordinates. 33868. 33868. Stop loss 34124. 34124. And take profit is now exit 3. 31821. 31821. Place. Right. So I've placed 3 separate trades, different exits, same stop loss. Okay. So for my 0.03, I'm going to lose £5.73. For my exit 2 trade, I'm going to lose £1.91. And for my exit 3 trade, I'm going to lose £1.91, which overall you're still looking at around £9 if you did it one way anyway. Does that make sense? Shahida, I feel the same, but I will eventually get it, God willing. I need you guys to understand. Most of you, correct me if I'm wrong, you may have worked a job for longer than a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, some people 10 years. If you can put up with being mistreated, being underpaid, not being valued for that many years, you can put up with being confused for 3 months. I'm not being funny, right? You can put up with being a bit confused, being a bit overwhelmed for 3 months, because this can get you out of your scenario. Okay. Like what Josh said to me on the phone. Trying to come and get involved. Treat this like a gym. The more you put, yes, correct. Yeah. So it's an input output business, guys. The more you put in, the more you get out. And I don't mean more money you put in. It means more time. Cool. Right, guys. Cool. Any other questions, guys? Because we do have to shoot off. I do have a call. Do we have any questions? If not, I'm going to wrap it up there. I do appreciate every single one of you jumping on today's call. Like I said, these calls will happen every single Tuesday. So any questions, please ask your mentor. Please ask in the chat. Get plugged in, guys. You have joined to make money. You guys have joined to change your life. Take this seriously. There's 2 days you start, guys. Day 1 is when you sign up. Day 2 is when you take this opportunity seriously. Take it seriously ASAP. All right, guys. God bless. Have a great evening. And this will be uploaded to our YouTube.